Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is November the 5th, 2019. Strong hand. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. In motion. Are you guys in motion? Apex predator. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Offended by selling. Be a unique beast. Relentless. All right, dudes. Hello, my elite friends over there in the chat. If you've got questions, type in Bitcoin Meister. We've got time for questions and answers today. Or you can do a super chat like Zach did. Zach Bandera, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thanks for the support, everyone, all my elite friends out there. And remember to check out yesterday, Monday the 4th, I had 2 shows here on the channel. We had a Caitlin Long show that was a flashback show, a focus show, and we had a show, a regular show, the One Bitcoin show. So check out the archives at disruptmeister.com. Everything is linked to below I talked about in this video, including old videos. It's very easy to navigate the notes section below. And follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, where we've got a poll going, and we're going to talk about the polling in a second. Someone says, RA803G says, proof of keys count? Proof of keys, what? I mean, restate. Oh, proof of keys coin? Do we need a proof of keys coin? No, we don't need I don't know what you mean by that. Elaborate. Pound that like button when you're elaborating on there. Okay, so let's start out with, for all you people who ask me about Bitcoin mixers, what do you think about Bitcoin mixers? There's a tweet out there from a guy, ZND Toshi. He says, I would like to offer a short review of the join market software that one can use to create Coinjoin transactions. Coinjoin is a process through which multiple users combine their Bitcoins in order to obfuscate the history of the coins, making them more fungible. All right, so that's a new method or some software I never heard of that uses Coinjoin, and the guy gives a review over Twitter. If you want to learn more, you want to play around with that stuff, it is linked to below for all you freaks that like the coin mixing. Okay, RA says, make an airdrop to coincide with proof of keys snapshot, January 4th. Trace Mayer is considering that. Wow. He's considering having I'll look more into that. That's if he's going to create a crypto dividend based on his proof of keys. I mean, that's what you're saying. That's interesting. Someone actually, I don't know if it was you. No, there was actually a female. You're not a female on Twitter. It was late at night in Australia. I see this female mention something about that, like copy me. Like I don't answer when people do @TechBalt on Twitter. And they want me to publicly like comment, I don't get into arguments and stuff like that. If you have a question for me, send me a DM. So the woman did not do that, of course. I mean, she was trying to promote whatever she's trying to promote. But she did say something about, what do you think about an airdrop for proof of keys? I think she said that. I'll have to go look up what that woman said. But if Trace is considering that is great. Oh, yesterday, a lot of people were like, Trace is a smart guy. He likes gold. You should like gold. Okay, no, I don't have to agree with Trace on everything. He is a smart guy, and he liked holding gold. He's been talking about he was a gold doomer before he was a Bitcoiner. Okay, I mean I wasn't. I was never a gold doomer. So yeah, we don't have to agree. And you know the other thing is you can still own. People did point out you can own both if you want, or you can own gold and Bitcoin. I think it's pointless to own the gold. I don't own any gold at all. But you can do it. There's nothing stopping you from doing it, and it is I mean, it preserves the value of what you have there. You've got value. It sticks. It's a preservation of wealth on a certain level. But again, it's so old fashioned. Where are you going to keep it? Do you really own it? Are you going to have it in? People are like, oh no, it's easy to own gold. It's easy to trade Bitcoin for gold. No, it isn't. To trade your physical gold for Bitcoin, it's not easy. You can't. It's not as easy as trading Ethereum for Bitcoin. I mean, do you see the difference? Do you grasp that difference? I mean, you could, if you have gold represented, you think you own the gold. You own paper gold for Bitcoin. Perhaps that's easier than physical gold, but you don't really know if you own the paper gold. That's what all the people yell about. Okay, back to the show. Back to the regular show here. We'll talk about Ron Paul had a poll that involved gold and Bitcoin. Coincidentally, when I'm talking about Ethereum and gold yesterday. All right, Udi has a great tweet out there that talks about the clickbait business over there at Bloomberg. And I should have mentioned this yesterday. I did not read this yesterday. Today's Bloomberg article on new Tether FUD is by Matt Lasing, who in June of 2018 helped promote fan fiction from the Nakamoto Family Foundation, yet another Satoshi wannabe who have since disappeared. Matt's article still exists, though. I didn't see an apology. So yeah, this guy he's going to cover stories that are going to get clicks. I don't even remember this one about the Nakamoto Family Foundation, which was just some fake, someone wanting publicity, pretending to be fake Toshi. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. But they, over at Bloomberg, they covered it as a legitimate story. So that the same author. So here's a history. He'll have more clickbait articles. I mean, that's the incentive structure of the establishment media. I mean, they're just trying to get clicks, and so they'll write about anything. And just because they write about it doesn't mean it's true, and doesn't mean in a few hours people will be like, wait a second, this is totally fake news. All right, so yeah, same person that wrote about Tether FUD. He wrote about Nakamoto Family Foundation as if that was legitimate. When I was in Sydney, I got to meet Alex Gladstein, who was in town, and his take on his role in the Bitcoin world that he has positioned himself to be in. He's interested in how blockchain can be used for oppression. It can be used for bad things, and he wants Bitcoin to be used as a mechanism to free people who are currently oppressed. He's really into focusing on oppressed people, and good for him. That's not my thing. Being the do-gooder. He's trying to be a good. This is the savior of the poor and the oppressed. Okay, good. That's great. I'm the personal responsibility as a new counterculture guy. We all have different takes. But he has an interesting article about China and an op-ed. In China, it's blockchain and tyranny versus Bitcoin and freedom. And in the article, the only silver lining is that ultimately the digital yuan may end up being one big Trojan horse for Bitcoin, where Satoshi Nakamoto, not Xi Jinping, get the last laugh. And I like that. That's a positive take. He does explain in the article how the digital yuan is going to be used to control the people. It is not freedom like Bitcoin. But perhaps some people who end up with that digital yuan, it will be their entryway into the Bitcoin ecosystem. So that's a positive take. Read Alex's article. It is his op-ed, it's linked to below. Everybody's got a different thing to do in Bitcoin. That's great. That's great. He comes from that background where he's dealt with oppressed peoples and whatnot. Now, pound that like button. And, oh, yeah. Now, I do want to say a lot of people, in the Bitcoin space, and this is where the big boys play, so they can do this, what I'm about to say. They treat this as one big war, okay? That Bitcoin is at war with Ethereum, Bitcoin's war with altcoins, Bitcoin is at war with the United States, Bitcoin is at war with the financial system, everything else must be destroyed, Bitcoin must come up on top, and if you don't support this side of the war, you're a traitor. And that's not my mentality. I don't treat this as a war at all, and I think everything can exist. I believe in competition, the destruction mentality. If you have the destruction mentality, you're not going to produce. My mentality is innovation and competition. I think, and I remember a few months ago, or maybe it was a year ago, there were all these people that were like, yeah, let's mine these altcoins to destroy these altcoins. It's negativity. That's not me. I'm into the positive. I'm into the innovation. You never know where the innovation is going to come from, and you never know what will be the entryway for someone, the next great Bitcoiner, the next great innovator in Bitcoin. If you destroy some altcoin, that might have been the gateway for some guy to get into Bitcoin. So think of it that way. And so I'm not. And the other thing, this war mentality, it's almost as if people are afraid of the other, of what else is out there. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all. You shouldn't be afraid. You should have confidence that Bitcoin is the best. It's not a war. It's a competition, and Bitcoin is the big winner. So in the world that I see, the future that I see here, we can have fiat, we can have gold, we can have altcoins. Let's not compete. Don't complain. They can all exist. People still ride horses in the age of cars. Okay, they didn't kill all the horses when we have cars. All right, and all right. So going to yesterday, I was talking about how I would rather own. If you gave me a choice to own Ethereum or gold right now, and I couldn't sell until December of 2021, I would pick Ethereum, of course. So I have a poll out there. Which of the following would you rather hold until December of 2021? And it's linked to below. You can vote in the poll. And right now, Ethereum is winning 57% to 43%. And that's not a shock to me. I think there's a lot of people who are stuck in the Ethereum is a scam mentality. And they're not going to open up their mind to why owning a cryptocurrency would be much more profitable in these next 2 years than owning gold. I mean, I don't think gold is going to shock anyone over the next 2 years. There's an incredible upside in Ethereum. And again, I just want to point out, I only buy Bitcoin, but it's a poll. And in the poll, I even said, Bitcoin is not an option in this poll. I'm just trying to gauge, what's the prevailing opinion out there. And again, it's not a scientific poll. And I think if you take a step back, because the prevailing wisdom is like gold and Bitcoin. They're intertwined, and on certain levels they are a store of value. But as I pointed out in yesterday's show, there's Ethereum and Bitcoin are intertwined also, and can exist and can be traded back and forth so easily. And in terms of innovation, there's incredible innovation being done on Bitcoin right now, and in this DeFi space on Ethereum. There are all sorts of people working on it, and so they're comparable in that way. And so there's huge potential for Ethereum. There's huge. I'm not a person that just goes around screaming it's a scam. It won't solve its scaling problems. Vitalik is stupid. That's so silly. The jealousy and envy of the people that say that Vitalik is stupid is unbelievable. The guy's a freaking genius. But all right, you can vote in that poll. Okay, see, here's a guy. Robert says, I would rather have gold, honestly. I detest Vitalik. You detesting Vitalik is not a good reason. to prefer gold over Ethereum. I mean, you got to look at the real world. You got to look at the real world. What's going on in both worlds? You've got all sorts of people working on Ethereum, and then you've got people like Peter Schiff and Doug Casey and Gerald Celente saying that if horrible things happen, you should buy gold, and they've been saying that since 1969. Who knows how long they've been saying it for? Those guys are so Doug Casey's in his 70s, is Celente in his 70s, and Schiff is in his close to 60. I don't know. But hey, age. I'm not going to be an age bias. I'm not going to be age. I'm just saying these guys have been wrong for a long, long time. And I'm a guy who's into innovation and moving forward and building. And gold is a lot of it is based on destruction. It's success. Watch yesterday's show. Roman Q said, even if you think that Bitcoin is not at war, do you think that there is something in the world that Bitcoin will significantly change, make irrelevant? Yeah, I mean, it's the money the current money transfer system. Western Union will be destroyed. I mean, Western Union will have to totally revamp itself. There's little. I mean, maybe there'll still be naive people. I don't see how it can. I mean, there's still fax machines. Like people still use fax machines, and they're pretty pointless. But Western Union will be irrelevant. That's the first thing that comes to mind. And things like Western Union, and they charge just insane rates to send money slowly across borders. From Bitcoin is in seconds. All right, and it's cheap. All right, Satoshi Nakamoto. What is it? Oh, yeah, we talked about that. All right, so Ron Paul has a poll, and this poll is over, and Bitcoin won the poll. Which of the following would you a wealthy person gifts you $10,000. You get to choose in which form you'll accept the gift, but there's a catch. You must keep the gift in the form that you choose for 10 years without touching it. In which form would you accept the gift? And Bitcoin won. It beat gold and other things. I forgot what else it beat. Now, and the reason it's winning the poll or won the poll is because young people are on. It's a Twitter poll. Young people are on Twitter, and of course they're going to go toward the technologically advanced form of money there, and it's another wake up call. This is another wake up call that the youth is the future. They're not getting into gold, dude. But there are plenty of people that pick gold over Bitcoin. There's plenty of traditional people. All right, we'll see how it turns out there. Interesting poll there, and it was from Ron Paul. So a lot of the people following Ron Paul take this into account are gold freaks or total. I mean, he's not a young man himself. He's in his 70s, right? Or he's close to 80. So I'm glad. It's nice that he gave it as an option there. That's good. He knows that the world is changing. I guess to put it as an option, and it's not a scientific poll. Of course, it's not. Sweet Zappa-esque stash, says Bitcoin Moon Guy. Yeah, I don't think it's too sweet. It is Zappa-esque though. I got this that Zappa had this. Zappa. There is like a monument to Zappa in Baltimore. I don't even know. I don't know what he has to do with Baltimore. It's like very minor, but that's the freakage of Baltimore. Someone will have a minor connection to Baltimore, and everyone will know about it. And there's some. It's a statue or a monument. I don't know what it is. He was a pretty smart guy, actually. I don't know that much about him. I just know there's some remote connection to Baltimore and Zappa. And for those of you not familiar, I am from Baltimore, Maryland, originally. And it's, my family has, the Meisters have been in Baltimore since 1895. Well, it wasn't actually a Meister. It was the woman's side of the family. My all sorts of big hunks of my family, my mother's side, father's side, big parts of it. They were in Baltimore by 1905, big part of it, big parts of it. And then one little aspect didn't come until the 20s. And again, Jewish people left Russia and Ukraine and all that stuff and fled to America around 1905 and 04. So it's no shock that my family came to, most settled in New York, but some of mine actually directly came to Baltimore. Apparently, I don't even know. Yeah, Baltimore, we're the freaks, baby. All right. So Grin Talk said, did you check out my Charlie Lee interview about Mimblewimble using extension blocks? No, I didn't, but I've Grin Talk, thank you for the $4.99 and bringing that up. You guys can check that out. And I had mentioned before how the Litecoin is trying to incorporate Mimblewimble in some way. Am I an expert in all that? No, but I mentioned that Charlie has tweeted about it before. And I know that Udi actually tweeted about it. And he liked how the Litecoin Foundation was paying people to work on it. You'll have to check out Udi's feed. It's linked to below because I quoted Udi on another tweet. Okay, now I'm going to talk about healthcare here. I was thinking about healthcare. I was listening to Yaron Brook the other day, who still doesn't understand fully cryptocurrency. Yaron Brook is getting towards 60, and he knows that cryptocurrency is the future, but then he says there should be a gold-backed cryptocurrency. He doesn't get that. He doesn't fully understand Bitcoin, but Yaron is not perfect. But he mentioned the healthcare situation in the United States, and one of the things that people aren't really talking about much when we're talking about healthcare for all and Medicare for all is that the healthcare has to be produced. People forget that it's an actual product here, and that if there are price controls on the healthcare, and if there's government intervention on the healthcare, and the producers are not paid enough anymore, they're not going to produce. Doctors are going to retire. And unfortunately, there's going to be a lot and medical research companies won't do as much research. And so there won't be as much innovation. There won't be as much life extension technology. So this is very bad for all these people that think it's a miracle that government intervention will make everybody healthy. It won't. It will probably make people less healthy. Doctors will stop producing. Some guys nearing retirement will retire sooner. So I thought to myself, well, where's the opportunity in this if Elizabeth Warren becomes president and totally messes up the healthcare system even more and discourages producers from producing? Because that's what happens with price controls and government intervention. And what are the opportunities here? Well, I see some of these doctors that retire, maybe they'll become semi-retired and there'll be some type of crypto Bitcoin system, black market, because no doubt they'll make all sorts of, the United States government will make all sorts of things illegal involving healthcare. I mean, they've already made the insurance catastrophic insurance, which I used to get, you can't buy that anymore. That's illegal. But I see opportunity here, like with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, some type of, and you guys can work on this, a system, a black market, who knows, where your insurance is in Bitcoin, or where you just pay, or doctors just accept Bitcoin, or retired doctors, because they don't have to deal with the bureaucracy and the price controls, and they set their prices in Bitcoin. And right now, a grander scale. And this is basically what I do. And take into account, I am out of the United States a lot. So if I had Care First Insurance, Blue Cross, whatever I used to have, and I get hurt in Australia, and then I say, hey, I've got Blue Cross, and they'll laugh at me. So I don't have insurance anymore. I don't have insurance. I got rid of I haven't had insurance in 2018 and 2019. Okay. And one of my big things is I just stay healthy. But again, if I got hurt outside the United States, my United States insurance wouldn't matter anyway. It's pointless. It's pointless for me to have insurance for a number of reasons. I'm a healthy young individual, et cetera, et cetera. And young people are dropping out of the system all the time, of course. But And so if something, God forbid, happened to me, I would just pay for it out of pocket. And if I used up all my fiat, there, the Bitcoin is my medical insurance right there. So another thing, and because I have what I have in savings, I wouldn't have to deal with the U.S. medical system anyway. I could just go to India. I'd be a medical tourist where it is cheaper for many people to just pay out of the pocket and take a flight into different places in the world. So their healthcare and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, they're intertwined here. You could create a business that involves Bitcoin and flying people all over the world and getting them to India or wherever to get their healthcare done, to get their problem fixed. So there's potential in what we're having here. What may happen in the United States, healthcare going down the drain even more. But I must, in a beyond the Bitcoin moment here, forgetting Bitcoin, forgetting Elizabeth Warren, the best thing you can do for yourself is just be healthy. I mean, it's take care of your body long term, be in motion physically, eat well. That's the best you can do for yourself. Instead, worrying about, is my healthcare going to pay? Am I going to have insurance? The best insurance is being healthy. Okay, but there are opportunities out there with the system altering changes that may be coming down the path. And Bitcoin might be a way to get some of these semi-retired doctors to work on you if God forbid you need it. So someone work on that. Opportunity in motion, baby. Email me if you're working on healthcare and Bitcoin and crypto and who knows. There are people out there that say to me, Adam, you save your Bitcoin, you hoard your Bitcoin. Someone has to spend it. Yeah. People spend it. I don't have to be that someone. I'm not going to be. People live in this world of pathological altruism. I'm going to be the one who risks everything. I'm going to be the one who commits suicide, or I'm going to be the one. That's an extreme form. I'm going to be the one who sacrifices for others. I'm not going to be the. I'm not going to be the one who wastes my precious Bitcoin so I can virtue signal to everyone. Look, I spent on coffee. Look how great I am. I made the world a better place. Screw that. Yeah, someone spends it. The 80%ers are going to spend it. There are all sorts of people that think it's so necessary to spend it. Okay, be my guest, spend it. I'm not going to be the stupid one. Okay? I think it's in the long run, there's so many people that regret spending their Bitcoin. There are going to be many more people that look back on this day and spending their Bitcoin. I'm not going to be that one. I don't have to be that one. I've got it set up that I don't have to. So yeah, for it to be a currency, people are going to have to spend it. Yeah, and I'm not going to be that one. Be my guest. Okay, if you want to be the stupid one. Because again, how if I was spending all my Bitcoin back in 2016? I mean, I would have an aneurysm at this point thinking about all the wealth that I lost. I mean, by spending Bitcoin, I have never traded it in for fiat. Never offended by selling. All right. All right, I'll save that one for later, the crypto dividend part. Grin talk. Why do people talk so poorly about Grin's inflation? Well, I mean, it's unlimited inflation. That reminds everybody of the current system. A lot of people got into cryptocurrency because they were against that. They were tired of they wanted a scheduled. They wanted to know how much of their coin was going to exist in the future. With the dollar, we don't know how much. Now, the dollar has been able to pull it off. Will Grin be able to pull it off? No, I don't think so. I think all cryptocurrencies need a cap, all right, and need to stick with it. But hey, let them experiment with the unlimited amount, okay? Let them do what they're going to do. But if someone's going to ask me, what would I rather hold? A Mimblewimble coin that has no limit, or a Mimblewimble coin that has a huge limit, or a Mimblewimble coin that has a very small limit? I would pick that small limit. And that's what Chris is working on with MWC that we're all getting for free on December the 11th, if you signed up for that Bitcoin crypto dividend. All right, that's it. I am Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember, oh, here, someone says, Robert A. Wilson said, gold-backed digital renminbi will look better for many people against fiat-backed Zuckbucks. Oh no, I disagree strongly with that one. I'm going with the freedom of the entrepreneurial spirit of Zuckbucks over the oppressive regime, because again, the digital renminbi is going to be used to oppress the people of China. I would rather go with the growth and the innovation of what Facebook has brought to this world. Okay, Facebook is going to try to bank people in Africa, so they say. Okay, they're not trying to control people in China. Now again, Zuckbucks will be monitored, also will be centrally controlled. Some people will be turned off from it, but it does not have that evil base intention that the supposedly gold-backed renminbi, what's it? It's not gonna be. They'll print that thing out of they'll make as much of it as they wanted to, but we don't know. I don't believe in gold-backed anything. Okay, don't believe in gold-backed anything. There's no point. It's a gimmick. It's part of a gimmick. The bigger reason why China is doing it is to control their people. They're over a billion people they're trying to control. So in the free market, and it won't be a free market, you won't be able to just get that renminbi as easily as you will be able to get Zuckbucks. But in the free market, Zuckbucks will prevail over a China coin, because it will get the world used to corporations being on par with countries in terms of printing their own currency. All right, and currencies will be companies will be able to do it more efficiently than these oppressive regimes. All right, I am Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister, and this is my take on things. Is I'm going with the positivity here. I'm not going with the oppressiveness. I'm going with the innovation, because that digital renminbi is not about innovation in a positive way. Maybe it's about innovating a centrally controlled totalitarian system, but Zuckbucks is, at least Libra is about a centrally controlled cryptocurrency innovation or digital money innovation based around a company being a producer of money, which I think is very innovative. All right, I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember, subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the links below. Pound that like button right now. Biggest thing you guys can do is just retweet this show. I mean, that's a great way of supporting the show. But thank you, everybody who did the super chat tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. New show here every day, and check out the recent ones that were posted. You know, we're getting more than one a day some days. All right, see ya.